Hello everybody and welcome to your Customer Awareness remote training session. Today we're going to do some print solution training. I'm Graham Lloyd, I'm one of the trainers here at Apogee, and just to note that screenshots used in this presentation are for illustration purposes only. They are used to give an indication of how your multifunction device works. Some printer models may not be covered in this session. We're going to look at a quick agenda for today. Going to start with what is a managed print solution first of all, before you start installing your driver and viewing and changing your pin code. Then we're going to look at printer parts and control panel overview, the automatic document feeder or ADF and the scan glass, login using your pin, sending a print, releasing a print, scan to email, copying, and some device maintenance, message center, loading paper, service sticker and help and support, finally the orb. And if you were viewing a live session today, then you'd also have a Q&A, but we won't do it. So let's get cracking with what is a managed print solution. So to start with, direct printing, which is the traditional way of printing a document. This will rely on a user sending a document directly to a printer and then it prints out immediately. Whereas with a print solution, a user will send a print job to a print queue, which then can be released to any printer or multifunctional device that's connected to the network. This means that a person has to be at the printer to release the job, but the advantage is that you can use another printer if a printer goes down. Okay, so before you start, there's a few things that you need to make sure you have, one of which is the print queues installed on your device, and the other is your PIN. So first of all, we're going to look at how to install your print queues. This is to be done by both sets of users, so learning and teaching and corporate users, and just make sure that you have your print queue installed. It should have been done automatically for learning and teaching users, but if it doesn't, then you can follow the below instructions. Corporate users will need to follow these instructions currently to install the print queue manually. First of all, from your Windows desktop, click Start and Settings. Select your devices. Select printers and scanners. Click Add a printer or scanner. Scroll right to the bottom, there's probably quite a few printers on that list, but you'll see at the bottom of that list this printer I wasn't listed. Then click on the tick box, find a printer in a directory based on location or feature. You'll then get another dialog box appear, and you need to remove the C-WVC- from the location box and add secure into the name box. This is so when we search the print drivers, you'll see them all. Click on Find Now, and that will result in two print queues being visible. Install Secure Print 1, and once that's complete, you can use the same method to install Print Queue 2. Secondly, you need to make sure that you've obtained your PIN. In order to use any devices, you'll need a unique 6 or 5 digit PIN. Please follow the following steps. For corporate users, you need to visit a portal page, and for L&T users, it's a very similar page, just slightly different in that address there. Sign in using your Windows username and password. On the summary screen under Card and ID, your PIN will be hidden. So as soon as you click Show, it will reveal your PIN for you. This PIN is unique to you, so please keep it safe. You can also change your PIN if you think your PIN has been compromised. Sign into your relevant portal using your username and password. Click Change Settings from the menu options on that left hand side, and that will reveal your current PIN. You then just need to click Generate Number, and that will then generate a new randomly generated number for you. Click the summary screen then, and your card ID or card number will then be updated. Once those two things are complete, we can look at the printers themselves. So firstly, we're going to look at the floor standing MFDs, broadly similar across the council, so wherever you are you'll probably see one like this. At the top you'll see the automatic document feeder and scan glass, the control panel, exit tray, front cover, tray 2 and 3, tray 4 and 5, or you may see a storage cabinet there instead, tray 1 on the side, and that tray is normally labelled as tray 1. We're also going to review the smaller desktop version. Similar in makeup, so at the top we've got the ADF, the automatic document feeder, then the control panel. The front cover is also tray 1, tray 2 at the bottom there, and finally the output tray. Zooming now into the control panel in a little bit more detail. The home button on the left hand side there, that just gets you back to that home screen you can see in front of you. The touchscreen itself, signing in and out at the top. Information and clock there on the top right hand side. Quick copy down at the bottom. And you've got your main device functions in the middle. Looking at the ADF in slightly more detail now. The ADF is used to scan documents. All the ADFs used in this deployment are what we call double-sided, so they will scan two sides of your original at the same time, which is really useful, speed things up. Please make sure that the guides are seated correctly, and also, as an important note, please remove any staples before loading the document in. If your document requires to scan glass, then a similar approach applies. It's lining the paper up in the top left-hand corner of the scan glass, making sure that the page is seated correctly. Close the scan glass cover, and then you're able to make a copy or scan. Okay, so now we've looked at the various parts of the device. Now we're going to look at how to log into the printer. To log in, we use our PIN that we've obtained earlier on. Click on Sign In at the top of the screen there. Then enter your PIN number in the box provided. When you click on the box, a keyboard will appear with the numbers. Just type those numbers in and click Login. That will then unlock the device for you to use the functions. So now we're going to look at sending a print job. Sending a print job is easy with PaperCut. From your PC, click File, Print or Control P on your keyboard. Select Secure Print 1 or 2 and then any preferences that you require. The first screen that normally appears is a printing shortcut screen, and from there you can select things like paper source, paper type and print on both sides or duplex mode. Click print to send the job, and then that will mean that you can release it to any printer. Releasing a print. Firstly, we need to sign into the device. Tap print release from the screen. If you want to print all the jobs, then you select all jobs and then hit print. You can also select individual jobs from the list if you need to, and that will enable you to print those individual jobs. You've also got a delete key on there as well if you need to delete print jobs. So next we come to scan to email. Scan to email enables you to scan a document using the ADF or the glass, and that will then send an email to your designated email account. First of all, we need to log into the device using our PIN. Tap scan from the home screen. Your email address should be automatically added to the to box there. You've got an optional box there to change the subject and file name if you need to. And finally at the bottom there you've got your options key as well. This is there to change things like the file type, the resolution and whether your document is double-sided or single-sided. Once you've selected all those items, then you can hit send and that will send the document. You'll then receive an email with an attachment of your selected file type. By default it's PDF at 200 dpi, so if you need anything more than that you just simply click on file type and resolution. Copying. Copying enables you duplication of a document, and first of all we need to log in using our PIN like the other functions. Then we need to tap copy from the home screen and that will bring up what we call the native copy screen here. This will enable us to change things like the sides, output sides, the original sides. So original sides refers to the document that you're putting on the document feeder or scan glass, and the output size refers to what the document will be printed as. You've also got a colour option below that, and that will enable you to change the colour options. By default it's set to automatically detect, and if you require a black and white document, let's say you've got a colour document and you need to change it to black and white, then that's how you're able to do it. Click options at the bottom and that will enable you to change any copy preferences that you require. When you're happy, select the number of copies there in the number box and then hit copy. Device maintenance. First of all, we're going to look at loading trays. Open the tray, this is for floor standing MFDs. Open the tray you require to fill up. Adjust the guides accordingly. Add your paper. It's a good idea to fan the paper first to make sure that all the static electricity is dissipated through the pages and they don't stick together. Then pop that in the tray and then make sure you adjust the guides thereafter, otherwise the printer will think there's a larger paper size in there than there actually is. Close the tray when complete. You may need to resend a job if paper has run out during a job. Okay, so loading tray 1. On the side of your larger floor standing MFDs, you'll have a tray, normally on the right hand side. Pull that tray down, that's tray 1, and that will enable you to print things like labels and envelopes, heavier card, that sort of media, generally media that doesn't or shouldn't go in the tray. Make sure you extend the supports out, especially if you're doing things like A3. Adjust the guides, add your paper, and then adjust the guides so they're gently resting against the pages. Loading tray 1 for the smaller desktop devices is slightly different. You pull down the front cover and then extend the support accordingly. Add your paper, and then adjust the guides accordingly thereafter. Onto toner replacement now. Toner will be automatically ordered for you using our Armour system. Toner generally reaches about 20%, and then that triggers an automatic order. Replace the toner by pulling down the front cover of the larger floor standing MFD. Pull out the toner that needs replacing. Remove the new cartridge from its packaging and gently shake the toner to just agitate the toner particles. Replace the toner back in the unit. Please remember to recycle the old toner using HP Planet Partner. The Orb has more information on this, so do please visit the Orb website dedicated to this deployment. For the smaller devices, you generally get a button on the side. You press that button, you open the front cover, remove the cartridge from the device, take out the new cartridge and shake accordingly. This again will agitate the toner particles. Replace in the device and close the front cover. Again, remember to recycle the old toner in the same way. Some of the units will have a toner collection unit, otherwise known as a waste toner. So we unpack the new TCU from the box, pull down the front cover, unclip the waste toner from the device, recycle accordingly. On the new waste toner you generally get some plugs. Remove those plugs and then replace them on the other toner. Clip the new TCU back into place and then close the front cover. Onto Message Center now, which is HP's troubleshooting box. At the top you generally get 2 types of message appear. The yellow exclamation mark, and that's for errors that don't affect how the device works necessarily. So it might be toner low or papers run out. They're generally called advisory errors. Whereas with the stop sign, the error does stop the device from working, and the general cause of this is paper jams or toner has completely run out. If there is a paper jam, your device will show you accordingly how to retrieve the paper, hopefully to carry on printing. If you've followed all the troubleshooting instructions and you found that your printer still persists with an error message, then you can log a call for an engineer call out if necessary. Each device will have a service label similar to one you can see in front of you, directing you to the orb. The orb has all the information you'll need on how to sign up to log calls. You will need to sign into the Apogee client portal in order to raise calls, details of which, as I say, are on the orb. So do please go to the web address and have a look. Finally then, your portal access here, some QR codes there as well, so I'll just leave that on the screen for a few seconds for you. That completes the session today. I just want to take a moment to say thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.